Captain's log, start time 1D6 plus 2. Our long-range sensors have detected a spatial anomaly in a previously uncharted nebula. We're heading in to investigate.
Captain Nick, the spatial anomaly is coming into view.
On screen, Lieutenant Sephora. My God!
What is it, Captain?
It's a plot hole, Ensign Serenkov.
Captain, we're falling into it. What do we do?
Well, if it's as big as the plot holes in that last Star Trek movie, we should be able to fly the ship right through it.
Captain, I'm scared.
Oh, not to worry, Lieutenant. If anything should happen, I'll just hit the reset button. Now back to your station. Sound General Quarters, Ensign. Ahead, full. Lieutenant, engage. Ah! 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 Whew. Hey, welcome to Nick's Sci-Fi Corner. We've got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be talking NLV and Lord of the Rings and the Wormhole with Nick's biggest fan. And later, Ellen Ripley from the Alien films joins me on From Beyond the Stars. And I have a very special guest joining me on the Amazing Cinematograph. I've got movie reviews and other surprises, so let's get rocking in the sci-fi world. Yeah! Okay. Go. Phil. Phil, come on, man. We're done. Phil, come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Hey, throw me that triple over there with the magic blood. Hey, it worked for Kirk. And now it's time to go from plot hole to wormhole on Wormhole Extreme! Today, we're going to be talking about two amazing sci-fi and fantasy books. The first being NLV, also known as New Las Vegas, written by that irascible and gritty upcoming author, Nick Iandolo. Boy, I sure do hope I can get him on the show someday. And the second being the end-all be-all fantasy masterworks, The Lord of the Rings, written by J.R. Tolkien. Furthermore, I have asked a very special guest star to join me here in the Wormhole. She puts the fanatic in fan. I am talking about none other than the self-proclaimed Nick's biggest fan, Susie Prince! Oh, okay, Susie, calm down, Tia. Phil, get this girl off me. Okay. Whew. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. I'm your biggest fan.
More like biggest stalker. Susie! So nice to finally meet you. Especially after all those tweets, Facebook friend requests, emails, YouTube comments, book signings they wouldn't let you into. Did I miss anything?
You forgot my Instagram pics of you and my Google Plus and LinkedIn connection requests. Oh, and that time at San Diego Comic-Con at your Meet the Author event. Only I couldn't get over to you. A horde of zombies got in my way. Screamed my head off for them to move. That was you? Yes.
Oh, no. Okay, so let's talk about NLV.
NLV? I love it. And I love that shirt, too.
Oh, well, thanks, Susie. Okay, so why don't you tell the folks at home all about my ebook series?
All right, okay. NLV stands for New Las Vegas, a sci-fi ebook series set in the not-so-near future, about 40 years from now, and all the action takes place in the biggest, most powerful, hedonistic city on Earth, New Las Vegas. Of course, no one who lives there actually calls it that. They call it NLV. The story is a sci-fi thriller that takes place over interconnecting novellas, or chapters. There's violence and vengeance, insane action, sci-fi, and some, well, nookie going on. It's awesome. Chapter 1, The House Always Wins, came out in July 2012. Chapter 2, Double Down, came out last March.
Wow, couldn't have said it better myself. And don't forget, the next chapter, Chapter 3, The Pit Boss, is due to come out by San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh my god, that's so perfect!
Yeah.
Like, the other ones came out way in March and July, now they're right in the middle!
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so excited.
Me too. So, Susie, what do you like best about NLV?
Well, first there's the concept of only having recurring characters. Like you say on your website, nlvproject.com, the story isn't about one main character or even a couple of main characters. It's almost like an anthology publication, like the old Analog series. The difference is that all these stories are tightly interwoven, all leading up to a big finish. Even in books 1 and 2, I can see the threads of a giant climax about to form.
Wow, you've been paying attention.
Oh, and not only that, but the characters are so amazing. Take Nick Bello from Chapter 1, The House Always Wins, for instance. He's so much more than a burnt-out cop on the edge. His intensity and grit is like a combination of Dirty Harry, Bruce Wayne, and the Hulk. And in Chapter 2, Double Down, you've written quite possibly the wickedest mother-daughter antagonist team I've ever read. I can't wait to see what you do with Madame Bovart's character in Chapter 3.
Oh, well, let's just say that the old and the young Jacqueline Bovart that I write about in Chapter 3 is quite possibly the best female character I've ever written, and I really think my all-time favorite, next to Nick Bello, my alter ego, of course. All right, so Susie, what do you like about the city of New Las Vegas itself?
Oh my God. Nick, you describe in words images in my head of these gargantuan buildings, like thousands of feet tall, that take the current Las Vegas and explode it up like 1,000,000 times. The world you create is truly insane, but yet so possible from where we are today. I can only wonder what else is in that amazing imagination of yours.
Thanks, Susie. Let's talk about the Lord of the Rings books. So I hear you're a big Tolkien fan as well.
Oh, yes. I must have read Lord of the Rings like half a dozen times now.
Cool. Well, let me give the audience a bit of history about the books. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is an epic high fantasy series written by the late University of Oxford philology professor, that is, ancient languages, John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, more commonly referred to as J.R.R. Tolkien. The Lord of the Rings books was largely written during the Second World War and was originally published in the United Kingdom between the summer of 1954 and the fall of 1955. And also, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is the second best-selling novel of all time. Over 150 million copies sold worldwide. Amazing. Divided into 3 volumes. The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and
The Return of the King.
That's right. They tell the sweeping saga of a young dwarf-like being called a hobbit named Frodo Baggins. Frodo inherits this fabled lost ring of power, and unbeknownst to him, a series of world-shattering events gets kicked off, and he finds himself caught up in an epic battle between the powers of good and freedom against the forces of evil and enslavement. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Why don't you take it from here, Susie?
Okay. All right. I don't really want to spoil anything, so I'm going to have to be really careful with what I say. First of all, Tolkien writes this amazing world. Like, there's so much events that go on and so rich that it's not even all covered in the books. Like, some of it's covered in The Hobbit, which is the prequel, but some of it just isn't. He's written all this folklore about the Lord of the Rings, and it's really amazing. And speaking of amazing, some of the battles are just spot on. I mean, again, I don't want to say anything, but the Battle of Helm's Deep, like,
Yeah, you're right. It's huge and amazing. Totally, I agree with you. The only thing is that I do have one complaint about the book. And for the audience at home, you might want to fast forward through this or block your ears. But and I love the books beyond belief. But it's just like after a certain epic events, you get some of the characters, they come rolling in, and their buddies say, oh my God, you should have been here. Like when the Ents came in and trashed Isengard, it was awesome. Or, oh dude, when the Army of the Dead came rolling in over the Pelennor Fields, and they wasted the orcs, and the Haradrim, just about everybody else. Then they went into Minas Tirith and cleaned house. I mean, it was awesome, you should have been there. I mean, as an author myself, I'm all about, leaving stuff up to the imagination. But really, I mean, with these books, I wanted to read the stuff in real time,
I couldn't agree more with you, Nick. Well, thankfully, Peter Jackson's movie adaptation completed your vision of these wonderful scenes, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, what did you like best about the books?
Well, what I like best about The Lord of the Rings is that how these 4 small hobbits can change the world. I mean, with all that's going on around them, battles and prophecies coming to pass and magic and monsters, it's wonderful to see that Tolkien can appreciate the small things in life as well.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. And I think that was the point of his book as well. Also, it's a great tale of eco-fiction. I mean, the love for the land and all these living things, I mean, that's what drives Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin the Hobbits to try to preserve all that is good in the world at all costs. And there are definitely costs, as readers will see in the books.
Oh, absolutely. The stakes in this book are so incredibly high. And like you said, the fact that this is an eco-fiction makes that even greater because of all these descriptions of the land and the world. It really becomes almost heart-shattering to think of something happened to it.
Yes, that's a good point because I think having survived 2 world wars, Tolkien was really writing a lot about the cost of war and using the fantasy genre as an analogy to that, to what was going on at the time. And it's not just the destruction of the land, like Europe was trashed during both world wars, but also what happened to people too, people's souls, It's it's very intense.
I couldn't agree more with you, Nick. That kind of reminds me of another book that deals with destruction to the land and, by extension, people's souls.
Oh yeah, really? Which one?
NLV!
No!
Oh my God!
Help!
God,
Help me! Help me! Everybody! Help! Help!
I got it!
Oh, what is she, the Hulk? Come on, Susie, I'm married!
I don't care!
I do! Come on, guys! Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave ho! Woo! Thought I'd never get away from her. What? Oh. And now it's time for the Amazing Cinematograph. All right, on this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the recently released hyper-realistic sci-fi movie, Gravity. And also, I'm going to give you my thoughts on how the new TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing. And finally, I have a special treat for you. I've invited my good friend, producer, director, and actor Anthony Ambrosino to join me to talk about the recent success of Joe Begos' Almost Human, which Anthony co-produced, and his other upcoming projects. So let's get started.
Man down! Man down! Explorer's been hit. Explorer!
Break! You have to break!
Can's empty. You're gonna hit hard. Grab a hold of anything you can.
Oh my God, this movie rocked! I'm giving Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity a supernova, baby. Here's why. First of all, despite what Neil deGrasse Tyson and a few others say about some of the scientific inaccuracies of the film, it holds up very well in many of his hyper-realistic approach to what working in low Earth orbit is actually like, and especially as to how ridiculously dangerous it really is. Furthermore, even Tyson goes on to say, for Gravity to earn the right to be criticized on a scientific level is a high compliment. Story-wise, it is an intense tale of the human spirit fighting to survive against seemingly impossible odds, and Sandra Bullock engages in this struggle in an Oscar-worthy performance as the heartbroken scientist turned astronaut Ryan Stone. Also, George Clooney is absolutely great as a Grace Under Fire waggish fellow astronaut Matt Kowalski, whose wit, charm, and experience is the very thing she needs to fight for a chance for life in the face of certain death. There's also a couple of other things I want to mention about this movie. When I attended the Gravity panel at last summer's San Diego Comic-Con, Alfonso Cuarón talked at length about how long and difficult it was to make this movie, an epic tale of creative survival in and of itself. Couple that with the relentless attempts by Hollywood to dumb down this film and make it more mainstream. It's a miracle that this movie got made at all, and is as great as it is. Finally, I saw it in 3D IMAX, and it was sublime. The visuals and the motions of everything flying around Earth are exactly what 3D is intended for. It was beautiful to see on the nearly 80-foot Jordan's IMAX screen in Reading, Mass. This movie brought a tear to my eye, and any movie that can do that deserves a supernova.
What does S.H.I.E.L.D. stand for, Agent Ward?
Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
And what does that mean to you?
I mean, someone really wanted our initials to spell out S.H.I.E.L.D.
Welcome to Level 7.
What is that?
That's a superhero, Agent Ward. We work the cases S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't classified. The strange, the unknown. It's not just spy versus spy anymore. Don't touch Lola.
Yeah, baby, it's like having the Avengers on your HD TV every week. Well, not exactly. Right now, I'm giving Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a red giant. Though there are some episodes that kind of deserve a yellow sun, overall, I feel the show is making steady progress towards greatness. I was a bit underwhelmed by the pilot episode. Glad I didn't stand in that crazy, insane long line for hours at San Diego Comic-Con just to see it. But since then, it is finding its legs, and really no pilot episode is going to be perfect, except for Nick's Sci-Fi Corner, of course. Also, that mid-season finale focusing on Agent Coulson really rocked. The best thing about that show is Clark Gregg as the resurrected Agent Phil Coulson. That's because he ostensibly died in the 2012 movie The Avengers. And if you haven't seen that movie yet, then pause this show and stream that VOD right now. I'll wait. Done? Wasn't it awesome? Anyway, Greg rocks as Coulson and is the glue that holds this new troupe of pretty young stars, that is agents, together. At least Ming-Na Wen, who is great, by the way, as Agent Melinda May, is older and is equally pretty. All the other cast members have their moments, but the show isn't about any one of them. It's about the kind of thing what The Avengers was about, an attempt to bring together people with different strengths or powers and see if they can work together to fight the battles or deal with crazy end-of-the-world spy stuff that regular people never could. And for the most part, it's working. Here on AOS too. And also, what I love about the show is the nods and references to all the people and things that have occurred in the previous Marvel superhero films. Unlike many tie-in TV shows that seem to forget its theatrical pedigree, this show subtly cherishes it. From Hydra, featured in Captain America, the First Avenger, to Extremis, the big baddie in Iron Man 3, and more. This show keeps you securely grounded in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And as an aside, my favorite thing is watching this show with a nice craft brew beer in one hand and my iPad in the other, running the Twitter app and interacting with pretty much the whole country. If you follow the show on Twitter at #Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you can see great and hilarious real-time posts as the show progresses, even from the cast members. Clark Gregg makes all kinds of pithy, awesome observations that keep you totally psyched during the commercials. And speaking of the Marvel Universe, Thor: The Dark World recently came out and it was awesome. Look for my review of it on my new companion show to this one called NSFC Update. Also, Captain America: The Winter Soldier is slated for release April 4th this year. And after that, The Avengers: Age of Ultron on May 1st, 2015. Still waiting for another standalone Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, though. Also, the other Marvel franchises, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is happening on May 2nd of this year, and X-Men Days of Future Past is coming out a few weeks later on May 23rd. Looks like 2014 is going to be a marvelous year. And always remember to stay until the very end after the credits when you watch a Marvel film. Same goes for the TV show as well. Now with those out of the way, it's time to invite my special guest, Anthony Ambrosino, onto the Amazing Cinematograph. Thanks, man, for coming on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For those of you who don't know Anthony Ambrosino, let me give you the sit rep on him. He's an accomplished indie producer, director, writer, and sometimes actor, like me. He's also the newly elected president of the Rhode Island Film Collaborative. He's been in a number of great genre projects, from his directorial debut in the 2010 Slether to the recently premiered Evil Possession film Almost Human, directed by Joe Begos, at last year's Toronto International Film Festival. It's not to be confused with the Fox show Almost Human, starring Carl Urban and Michael. Anthony and his producing partner, Nick Delmenico, the other Nick in his life, of Ambrosino Delmenico Films, are rocking it out on a number of killer projects. So I'm going to let Anthony tell you all about them, starting with the latest on Almost Human. Let's roll the clip.
It has now been 5 days since the disappearance of Mark Fisher.
Mark? It's here. I think it has to do with Mark.
So Mark is dead.
Something took Mark.
He killed all those people!
I don't think that's Mark.
So let me ask you about Almost Human. Okay, so Toronto International Film Festival is an official selection, and then it was picked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, tell the audience.
We played at the 25th anniversary of Midnight Madness, which was really exciting. And we were subsequently purchased by IFC, which is more than just the cable channel. You know, they also have a very successful film distribution wing. And so we hit select theaters February 21st, also video on demand the same day.
Oh,
so
that's great.
If you get a chance, check out Almost Human. A group of friends came together and made. Friends of ours contacted us, they were living in LA, said we're coming home.
Oh, cool.
Let's make this movie. We put it together in a month, shot it in 18 days. Based on the trailer of the film got representation, film festivals, sales, out there. Exciting.
That's awesome. Anthony is the president of the Rhode Island Film Collaborative, and I've been a longstanding member. And we make movies. I mean, why don't you talk about that? Why don't you tell the audience?
Sure. The RFC was started off as a group that basically met in a bar once a month and talked about how tough it was for us to get our films made. We started it as a 501c3 nonprofit, and we said, look, what can we do to help people make films? What can we help them make better films? And it's been a tremendous outpour of support from the community that has helped us make our films, and it's enabled us to help others do the same.
Oh yeah, and there's just so many people who are so enthusiastic about it.
We've never missed a month. It's the second Tuesday of every month at the Wild Colonial in Providence, Rhode Island. You can move to Alaska and come back, and on the second Tuesday of the month, if you want to hook up with what's going on in the Rhode Island film scene, you can show up at the Wild Colonial at 7:30, and there'll be someone there from the collaborative talking about what's happening locally and what you can get involved with.
Yeah, and also the RIFC runs classes.
Classes, groups, we act as a fiscal sponsor, we do advocacy, we work with state organizations such as Rhode Island Department of Transportation. We've done drunk driving awareness, seatbelt awareness. We teach filmmaking to the community, and they go out and create their own videos to help promote these important issues.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's just so much going on. So what's the website?
Put it on the screen?
Yeah.
RIFCfilms.com.
I get the little text going. And
great.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much stuff. Okay, so Ambrosino Delmenico Films. How did that come about?
We started in 2012. Almost Human was our first production under that name. We had a studio for a while in Cranston called the 989 Project, and we've been working freelance since 2006. And then Nick and I took on the world ourselves, the two of us. Almost Human was the first one, and we have a lot of projects in the pipeline. We're always looking for more projects. Nick it's the film business, and Nick is the business side of the film business, and he really does a tremendous job.
In fact, it's because of hanging around you guys, I learned so much that, when I produced NICK'S SCI-Fi Corner, it's a lot of it has to do with what I learned from these guys. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Totally. So what else?
Well, right now we have a film we're in production on called Painless. That is a science-based dark drama.
Science-based dark drama. Oh, wow, that is awesome. What else is coming down the road after Painless?
I can't say yet. There are some films coming down the pike in Rhode Island. And hopefully maybe we can be on again when we're done with Painless. And I got to say, Nick, between the Film Collaborative and our production company and our films, we can accomplish nothing without guys like you that are, great
thank
supporters of the film community, great supporters of our films, and everyone's films for that matter. So I just want to, on behalf of the Film Collaborative and films we've been a part of, we want to say thank you to all your support and your enthusiasm and excitement that you bring to the film industry locally.
Anthony, I'm touched, man. That really means a lot to me, and thank you so much. And like I said, you guys have been fabulous, and we're going to do a lot of great work in the in the coming days and months and everything. So
Maybe we'll be
awesome.
producing one of your films someday.
Oh yeah, well I got a couple written, definitely. Be sure to check out the Rhode Island Film Collaborative's website, rifcfilms.com, for the latest with Ambrosino, Delmenico, and all the other great stuff that they do. And for those screenwriters out there ready to pitch their babies to the ruthless Hollywood producers, you can learn all you need to know about that maddening art in my ebook, Cut the Crap and Pitch That Damn Screenplay. And look who's on the cover! Well, Anthony, my friend, would you like to do the honors?
Absolutely.
All right. And that's all we have time for on
The Amazing Cinematograph.
And now, for my favorite part of the show, From Beyond the Stars. And tonight, I have a very special guest joining me. She coined the phrase, "Get away from her, yo!" She knows her way around a flamethrower and an M41A pulse rifle, and when she's not out there killing xenomorphs, that's aliens, she spends her free time in hypersleep, sometimes for 57 years. Give it up for Ellen Ripley from the Alien films. Well, Ellen Ripley, what up, girl?
Ain't nothing but a thing. Just been killing aliens and spit. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Haven't seen you on the big screen in a while. How do you feel about that?
Been there, done that. Just figured I'd check out some Pandora action. That is until that SOB, Colonel Miles Quaritch, shot me up.
Isn't that Avatar? And weren't you a tall blue alien in that?
Oh, yeah. Wrong movie.
Everything okay, Ripley?
Yeah. Everything's fine. What were we talking about?
How you felt? Never mind. All right, so tell me, what was your favorite crew? The crew of the Nostromo in Alien, the Colonial Space Marines on the Sulaco in Aliens, the prisoners on Fury 161 in Alien 3, or the mercenaries on the USM Auriga in Alien Resurrection?
I was contractually obligated to do that one. I didn't want to be there. I'd much rather forget that film if you don't mind.
Sure. No problem, Ripley.
Well, to answer your question, I loved working with Dr. Egon Spengler, Dr. Raymond Stantz, Dr. Peter Venkman, and Mr. Winston Zedmore. The best!
Aren't they the Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters, Colonial Space Marines, Interstellar Truckers. It's all the same. Did you see that?
What?
Never mind. What were we talking about?
The crew. Forget it. Okay. All right, Ripley. I know that my audience really wants to know what it's like to pilot one of those awesome P5000 power loaders on the Sulaco.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, they're a lot of fun, okay? You can take it for a joy run. You can kick a queen alien's butt. You can lift a ton of weight. And you can climb trees, like I like to do with my gorilla friends.
What?
My gorilla friends, you know.
That's Gorillas in the Mist. Who do you think you are, Sigourney Weaver?
If the power loader fits.
All right. I got one more question to ask you. So,
Sure.
Between you and me, you're really the clone, aren't you?
What? Are you out of your mind?
Oh, no. Here we go again.
Let me introduce you to my little friend.
Let me introduce you to mine. Huggy! Man, that's a bad case of acting. Anyway, give it up for Ellen Ripley! Yeah, baby! Next time on From Beyond the Stars, I'm going to have the most famous rollerball champion of them all, Jonathan E. Jonathan E. Jonathan E. Jonathan E. It's time for Future Shock! Here's what's happening in the sci-fi fantasy world and other cool stuff that you need to know about. Looking for some real-life sci-fi adventure, baby? I gotta tell you, 5 Wits down at Patriot Place in Foxborough, Mass. is the place to go. I did their 2 adventures, 20,000 Leagues and Espionage, on my birthday a while back, and it was a blast! These shows combine Hollywood-style sets and special effects, along with mind-bending puzzle solving while the clock ticks towards certain doom. 20,000 Leagues is a Captain Nemo / Nautilus undersea adventure right from the pages of Jules Verne's beloved steampunk sci-fi classic, and Espionage will give you that James Bond Mission Impossible rush that I know everyone craves every now and again. Hey, you know what, Dan?
What?
Oh, we should go down there right now.
Serious?
Yeah. Oh my God, it'll be awesome. Hang on, let me call some friends. Hey, Phil, what's up? Dude, want to check out some 5 Wits action? Cool. Meet me there. Hey, Michelle, what up, girlfriend? Want to party at 5 Wits? Yeah, me too. Awesome. Heading out right now. See you there. Come on, let's go. Yeah, 5 Wits. At Patriot Place in Foxborough, Mass, and we are going to go to 5 Wits. Woo! Am I looking into the light? Hey, folks, this is Nick Iandolo of NICK'S SCI-Fi CORNER, and we are here at 5 Wits at Patriot Place in Foxborough, Mass, and we are about ready to go inside and have some crazy real-life sci-fi adventure. So come on, let's go. We are inside 5 Wits here at Foxborough, Mass. Now, this is a great, awesome place to go and have a fun time, and there's just so much going on here. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Joe Bosch, the marketing director of 5 Wits. Joe, hey, thanks for having us today.
How's it going, Nick? Thanks for coming in.
Oh, awesome. Oh, we're totally excited. I got some of my crew here where we want to check this place out. Why don't you tell us a little bit about 5 Wits?
Sure. Well, what we do at 5 Wits are interactive walkthrough adventures. So that's sort of like being in a live-action video game. We've got 2 adventures here in Foxborough, Espionage, a spy adventure, and 20,000 Leagues, our kind of steampunk undersea adventure. I did the adventures before, and I had such a great time that I had to bring back my crew so we could check this out and put this on the show. What do you think, guys? You want to start with Espionage? All right, we're about ready to jump into the first adventure. It's called Espionage, a real spy thriller, and I've got with me Mr. Phil Alfonso, yeah, and also the lovely Rochelle Topping. It's my crew, my posse, my spy friend. Dun, dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, da. Let's go and do some spy stuff. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Woo! Let's be spies. Agents! They know that we're here. We have these very special price scanners.
We're finding the bugs.
Anti-communication system.
There's a down button for all of us.
All right, there's one pointing down. There you go.
Yeah.
These aren't laser guns.
Hey, we got one. All right, great. Favorite animal?
You know, I'm thinking liger.
Agents, dogs, scientists, my ex-girlfriend, anything like that.
Whoa, your ex-girlfriend. We'll turn it back.
All right, now Agent Nick, once you get in there, why don't you open up the door for us?
Oh, sure.
Support graphics.
Coffee is very important to people. That's the know.
Invalid user.
Successful. What does that mean?
Oh my God!
Access denied.
Any laser beams?
What's going on here?
Great.
Samuel L. Jackson from Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. What did we do?
I didn't do anything.
No,
it was all you.
Yeah,
It's all you.
I didn't do it. Woo! All right, so we just finished the Espionage adventure. Rochelle, what did you think?
It was a lot of fun. It was exciting.
Yeah, Phil?
I thought we had to.
God.
Thanks to you.
Wait, it wasn't my fault, but you know what? I gotta tell you, Rochelle's the ultimate code cracker. She solved that puzzle like you couldn't imagine. Oh my God, it was great. Little hairy there in some spots, but overall, it was awesome. Had so much fun. Now we're on to the next adventure, 20,000 Leagues. Yeah, woohoo!
It's on your shirt.
Yeah.
A lot of history here.
Oh, I do.
minutes.
That's too much. Too much.
Too much? How many colors does the human eye is capable of seeing?
8.
I think I used the last round.
Hey! Whoa! I think this is the bridge. The bridge of the Nautilus!
What I have done.
Well, now,
Any other buttons here? Yeah, sure. I'll send Nick out to do the dirty work, huh?
just a school. We got plenty of time. That looks like the door right there. Come on in, everybody.
Well, what's the worst that could happen, right?
You have to say that out loud.
What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah! Oh my God, was that awesome or what?
It was.
Oh my God, Michelle, what did you think?
I thought the squid was going to get us.
Oh my, it was crazy, Phil.
I'm a little seasick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Nautilus, what a crazy steampunk adventure here at 5 Wits in Foxborough, Mass. It was awesome. You've got to check it out. Oh my God, I'm still shaking from it. Yeah! Woohoo! And we just had 2 crazy awesome adventures at 5 Wits here, Patriot Place in Foxborough, Mass. Joe, that was so much fun. Thank you so much for taking us on the tour.
Of course.
Would you like to say something to the audience at home about how awesome these adventures are?
Yeah, if you want to know more about 5 Wits, take a look at us on the web at number5-wits.com. We're always here for adventure at 5 Wits.
And you also do parties here too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Birthday parties, bachelor parties, you name it. We do it all here.
Yeah, they have a facility upstairs, a lot of space, and then you get the great merchandise.
Right.
And refreshments.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great collection of board games, a lot of awesome stuff in our gift shop.
Yeah, the t-shirts, all that great stuff. Spy Gear. This place is awesome. It rocks. Love it. And you do group discounts too, right?
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Talk to our group sales department. They'd love to talk to you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you again, Joe.
Of course. Thanks for
It was a
coming.
pleasure. We had a great time. Did we have a great time, everybody? Yeah! Yeah! Woo! All right! Yeah! Make sure you get the t-shirt. Whoa, holy cow! Was that a killer time or what? Yeah, baby! So people, if you want to go down there and check it out yourselves, get your tickets online at www.5wits.com. That place rocks! Aha! What else we got? Oh yeah, Anime Boston coming up soon, March 21st through the 23rd. This one unofficially kicks off the genre pop convention season around here in the Boston area. Now in its 11th year, the spectacular Japanese animation and cosplay convention rocks it hard in Boston's Back Bay for 3 straight days. Visit www.animeboston.com for more info. And also, don't forget to pick up your copy of the latest issue of Motif Magazine. And if you go to motifri.com website, you can read my coverage of the crazy, awesome sophomore year happenings of the 2013 Rhode Island Comic Con. You won't believe who I got a chance to meet and interview there. Furthermore, sign up for the Motif email newsletter and you will be up on the latest and greatest pop culture happenings every week in the Ocean State. That's motifri.com. Again, search on my name and you will find my 4-day epic report of the 2013 San Diego Comic Con, complete with lots of crazy pics. And finally, it'll soon be here, NLV the Pit Boss. The 3rd chapter of my killer, crazy, epic sci-fi ebook New Las Vegas series is set to launch by San Diego Comic Con. I think my readers are really gonna love this one. I know of at least one. Visit nlvproject.com for all things NLV, baby. Alrighty, that's it for this crazy edition of Future Shock and for this insane episode of Nick's Sci-Fi Corner. Oh my God! I'll leave you with some shots of my recent wild adventures at Rhode Island Comic Con, and be sure to follow Nick's Sci-Fi Corner on Twitter at #NSFC 2001, especially during episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Fox's Almost Human, to read my pithy witticisms during the commercials. And remember, keep on rocking in the sci-fi world! Yeah! Welcome to Rhode Island Comic Con! Yeah, Stormtrooper! Motif Magazine! We got a giant poster here for Thor the Dark World! We're here at Rhode Island Comic Con, and this is the big exhibit hall. And actually, it's a heck of a lot bigger than it was last year, which is really awesome. Oh, we get Darth Maul over here! Woo! Darth Maul! Oops, I'm sorry. This guy's cool. Look at this guy. He's got no rank for. We got Jabba the Hutt over here. The DeLorean. Over here. Back to the Future. Marty McFly. Woohoo! We're here with Sarah McGinnis, also known as Slave Leia. Hey, folks! Nick's SCI-Fi Corner. I am going to do my impression of Rocky Balboa, and I'm going to run up those stairs, all in the sake of sci-fi madness. So let's get ready, and hopefully I'll survive this. Here we go. I'm getting ready. Get ready. Get pumped. Here we go. Yeah! Woo!
Skipping stairs doesn't count.
What's my line? Welcome to Nick's SCI-Fi Corner!